Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. This podcast is brought to you by ButcherBox, the leading provider of quality grass-fed sourced meat. ButcherBox delivers 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, and heritage breed pork directly to your door. From chicken to sausage, ground beef, sirloin and ribeye steaks, ribs, and more, you'll be immediately satisfied with the delicious taste of pure meat delivered fresh to your door in an insulated box, frozen and packaged with care. All items from ButcherBox are free from antibiotics and hormones. All meat and poultry are sourced from farms committed to sustainable practices, so you know everything you eat is diligently selected for consumption. I wanted to try this out from hearing it from a couple other podcasts, and I have to tell you, the first thing I made was a ribeye steak. And, you know, I read the directions, looked at a YouTube video on how to make it. I broiled it in the oven. My goodness. When I tell you how good this thing is, it is incredible. And I'm learning that when you eat meat, the more nutrient dense it is, the more full you'll get. I got full within eating half that steak. It was freaking amazing. And I also got ground beef patties, ribs, sirloin, and everything was just, damn. I know how to make ribs now. I'm a man. So when it comes to meat, ButcherBox looks for great taste and textures, just like you. You're a great person. Every cut that appears in your box has been personally taste tested by them. Because they have access to the whole animal, they introduce you to cuts that you would never find at your local grocery store. They're giving you the good shit, and they're not taking it. So they get it from the grocery store, and you're going to end up loving it too. The incredible quality of ButcherBox meat starts with commitment to raising the animals humanely as nature intended. So what are you waiting for? You want to eat healthier? Because eating meats and veggies is actually one of the best diets you could do. Want to taste the juiciest and most nutrient-dense food you're going to eat all week? Visit www.butcherbox.com and place your order today. You won't regret it. Just be someone who is down to cook. You got to know how to cook. Ladies, I think that men need to start getting you a subscription to like food services that have the recipes in there, and then we can all just learn how to cook and get you guys some cooking lessons and whatnot. We got to bring back the ladies who cook. And you know what? The men who barbecue. Don't just go down on the ladies. Men need to barbecue. I'm learning how to barbecue, flipping it every 4 or 5 minutes, you know, getting that good stuff. But today's podcast is back with Mr. Chandler. And we go into a number of topics. It's a pretty good one, relatively short. I woke up really late, unfortunately. A best friend's birthday party. But, we're here. Here we go. And we are live. We almost didn't make it live today. Almost didn't make it here live.
Yeah, it was. Were you at a kickback? They still call it kickback. It's little parties.
I was at a soiree for a good friend. I've learned I'm a bad friend this week. Hey, that's what it is. I think you know what I think is happening. I think I'm at that point where I got so much on my plate. It's like you can't worship God when you got this much on your plate. You're not designed to have this much on your plate. It takes away from family, friends, community, God, the things that actually mean a lot to you. I work like an insurmountable amount of hours, and yes, I can get that's what you're supposed to do, but at a certain point, I don't know how to balance work with pleasure. That's what I guess I'm finding. I forgot my best friend's birthday. Just straight up, just got to call the next day, you're an asshole, and I was like, what are you talking about? You know, yesterday was my birthday, right? And I'm like, it is? Flip your mic around real quick. Make sure the cardioid has to be on your side. There we go. No one's gonna be able to hear you. But yeah, it's pretty hard to balance this, when you're trying to be ultimately successful.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
Is that what happened?
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You look trash today. You look disheveled.
For those of you that don't know, I have a corduroy jacket on with no shirt under. You're good. I have I did have some boots on with a pair of sweats. That's how my morning's going. And I'm spunky fresh from the wake up.
I mean, from the top to bottom, it looks like you're ready to teach a class. The bottom half looks like you're ready to sit on the couch eating ice cream.
It's casual
the bottom
fancy.
Shoes looks like
it's casual fancy. It's smashable. Advertised at the Gap.
Shoes look like
you're
gonna go on a jog today. But let's get into it.
What did you want to talk about?
Tonya movie.
I, Tonya.
Yeah, do you know what that it's about?
No.
It's about the like world famous figure skater on ice, where she first woman in America to do the triple axel and land it. First woman to attempt it, and then she was hanging around with the wrong, crowd. It's not really her fault, I would say, but she grew up with, her husband and very abusive relationship, terrible, and then his friend who's just another just degenerate, and they like sabotage her career.
Oh, they beat her because she was. That's not Michelle Kwan?
No. Michelle Kwan's like wholesome and stuff like that.
No,
what did she do?
No, it was not Michelle Kwan. No, it's she got beat up with the person with the wrought iron stick or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I
think it's Nancy Kerrigan.
Okay,
that's her name. Yeah. So they busted her knee, and Tonya got blamed for it. Brought in. I think they lied and said that she knew about it all along. When her side of the story says she didn't know about it, but she was. There's some guilt there.
And what's the moral of the story? Don't ice skate and be good at it?
Nah, it's just the crowd you hang around.
That's something we had talked about, a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
With cut off January, not, New Year, I'm going to cut off some people. No, cut them off by January. Cut them off as soon as you get in the first damn week. If they're not in your New Year's resolutions or your goals, cut them off.
Cut them off. Sure, her mom was actually in the story too, and it starts off kind of funny because she was like a hard parent, like very strict, saying, "Hey, you need to be great. You need to be great," and then it was just like just a train wreck from the rest of the movie. She was just very abusive to her, never showed her love and stuff like that, things that she needs. But you kind of think about like, does that strategy work? Because that's how Joe Jackson was for Michael Jackson. They were, if they didn't do something right, they got the switch. And, you don't know what psychologically that, I think it's really bad that there's studies on that. It show that abuse is really damaging to a child and how they think, and, they might turn into a monster or something like that.
Well,
but,
I don't know.
My
lady has a daughter, and so like, I've been around kids my whole life. I've helped raise a couple, with just, being a big brother. And my last relationship, there was a child involved, and I, took reins and whatever it may be. Like, I feel like I got a pretty good handle on it, somewhat. I mean, for someone who doesn't have a kid, I'm probably the next best candidate to just take care of one. Like, if ever we were at a Subway and the kid got locked out of the Subway and took off without his parents, I'd be the one who go, I got it. Like a kid will be fine. But
what would you do with the kid after you got it?
Well, first you gotta comfort, console. That I'd probably call the police and like, hey, he got left. Like, I'm not trying to be caught up with a kid. I was watching an episode of Blackish, and there's an episode where like, I guess it's like 10 minutes past work. Everybody's looking at the clock. Where's Anthony Anderson? And he runs up. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. There was a little white girl in the elevator. They were trying to trap your boy right now, trying to make me any name. And then he sat down and they're like, we saw the camera. You just left a 4-year-old by herself in an elevator. He's all, yeah, I'm a black male. What do you think's gonna happen to me? They see me in the elevator along with a little white girl. And then like 5 minutes passes and the next black employee comes up. Sorry guys, I know I'm really late and this was not the day, but there's a little white girl in the elevator. They trying to trap your boy. And so they all do that. And so that's how I feel. Like, ever since seeing that, I'm like,
it's true. Actually, it was funny. I was at this girl's house and she had family over, and it's just me in her room, in the girl's room, older chick's room, 18 and over, 18 over room, and then the little girl's in there. And then she's, it's fine. And I was like, okay, distance is the key. Mm-hmm. She starts breaking the barrier, and then she hops on the bed with me, and I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I got to get up because this is weird. This is weird. I don't want to be in any situation.
Yeah.
All these girls are accusatory nowadays. I'm out. Bye.
What were we talking about before I segued us into an unnecessary topic?
Your friend's birthday, you forgot?
No, it was something after. This is why we say things differently, because we can't say things on the same path of...
Well, think about it. I got a lot to talk about.
All right, what do you really want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about... Well, you know what? Let's check out this new app. Have you seen this app? It's called Arts and Culture. So you take a picture of yourself. It's by Google. And then it matches you with like famous paintings around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really that accurate because
it's like 53% accurate.
All the black people are going to be in all the black paintings, right? So
12 years a slave.
I got to try. Yeah, I got to try that. They're all Egyptian oriented stuff. But
I tried it. on someone else's phone, and I basically got that I look like a hideous freak. I was a circus clown, or whoever was the dude about to get, his head cut off by, the Sultan or whoever. And those
funny.
paintings.
That's like the new cool app right now.
But I heard that Google was having some privacy issues, like where they were
probably.
saving everybody's face, and like, I don't know, some girls will try to post like a nude to get in there, and the Google has them now. Like, it's not like they.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure Snapchat does the same thing too.
Oh, Snapchat probably got a database of, like, there's like a perv that runs that whole department, the news department.
Yeah. As long as your face is not in it, you probably have nothing to worry about, right?
Who's sending, tasteful pictures with not their face? That's not trustworthy.
Well,
If she doesn't have her face in the picture, she's sending that to other men.
Probably, but it's also, they're thinking from the mindset, he can't forward to somebody and then damage me. That's what the mindset is. But
No, it's saying
for the male, you want to see the whole thing. You want to see.
They don't want you to see like, oh, he's gonna pass it to him, knowing that I'm sending it to both of them. You can't really prove it with just no face and an angle that's like, it looks like her. That's why she's doing it. Man, who do you see? You're
Two types.
You're second guessing your relationship right now.
No. There's two types. There's the librarian method, where it's like, no, I can't have anybody know that I do this, which is my stance. And there's your stance, where it's like, I'm the sorority girl, and that's what it is. That's what it is. So I just got back from Texas. It's amazing out there. It's amazing. Developments everywhere. New houses, new businesses moving. People, like 1,200 people are migrating to the Dallas area a week. Yeah.
I've heard nothing but phenomenal things about their community, about just almost everything. But you didn't get discriminated against?
No, and it's like, I think it's how you present yourself. And like, I spent some time in there. We visit a lot of customers, like contractor customers, rednecks, stuff like that. I hope that's not offensive, but yeah, and no, they didn't, I didn't, maybe they were faking it, but I didn't have any trouble. And we went to a lot of places like
okay. And I say this with all, curiosity. You didn't hear someone shout the N-word. You didn't hear someone like make a racist remark, or you walk in and people kind of tighten up or anything weird. And I'm saying this in the most extreme way because I've heard things about Texas, how racist it is. That's where, the Republicans come from, and they're the Republicans that are gonna, talk like this, that, damn.
I did not really hear that much. You hear a lot of y'all, but I think it's one of those areas where a lot of people are migrating from different places. So it's the dynamics changing.
Well, what cities in Texas?
Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Carrollton. What else? Arlington. So
Okay.
we went past Jerry Jones's, he owns everything in the state almost, or at least the cities. I mean, his stadium is beautiful. I mean, hearing the stories, oh yeah, he owns 75 Papa John's in the area. Oh, he owns, this development complex where they're building houses on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why the guy's has $5 billion of net worth. And then their practice facility, oh, it's beautiful. And it's funny how he does business. He gets other people to pay for his, his dreams. Like he'll have, the city come in and say, hey, we want to do this thing here. Okay, the city gives them all this, but then the city can't afford a teacher. They can't afford an English teacher, but they built Jerry Jones, or gave him the land to build the practice facility on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. And then he makes money charging the school to have the kids practice at their facility, when the Cowboys are in off season or something. But
God, he's about his money, huh?
yeah, I mean, he really changed the NFL. Actually, he's like one of those guys that it brought the NFL what it is today.
If he was the one that would have said, if he would have told his black girlfriend, I don't care if you take pictures. I don't want you taking pictures of them, but you can still F them. That's what Donald Sterling said.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan put it like this. If I was to say that, in my book, that's a pretty good deal. I don't have to take pictures of them, but I still get to F them.
Yeah.
Like I think we all got a little bit, too far left with this one. Like, he didn't tell her anything. He's 85 years old. But if he was the one to have said that, would he have gotten?
It's an image issue. No, probably not. But I don't know. He's one of those loving guys. He just cares about the money. It doesn't matter what their face looks like. So in Texas they have these establishments that are known as restaurants, but they call them breastaurants. So what that means is
breastaurants, like
restaurants, like yes,
like Chi-Chi's.
Well, yeah.
That's
but
Spanish for
yeah, I thought they were tatas, right?
no, I don't know.
Mammary glands.
Okay, just wanted to confirm to the listeners that okay.
So if you're familiar with Hooters, Hooters is a joint where. Explain Hooters.
All right, so Hooters is not.
You're connected to the place.
Okay. Hooters is really not that bad. Like I used to have this image that like you go to Hooters, you're going to like some sex shop, and you know it comes with thighs and breasts, all right, you know. But you know you go in, it's actually a really family oriented restaurant. I shit you not.
Yeah, there's a lot of families. We went to one too, but
and Hooters actually doesn't have a lot of girls with Hooters. I'm not.
Well, no, yeah, because
no. Now the one that you need to worry about. Your man going to for his bachelor party is Tilted Kilt. Man, they don't really wear much there. No,
they're not.
They have to wear like certified clothing that nothing will ever pop out. But yeah, okay. The image of Hooters Tilted Kilt, we know what that is. Like they try to push up bras and everything that's gonna make the butt
tight,
look tight.
high skirts.
Yeah,
tight, and then a lot of cleavage is revealed. But in Texas, these girls are in thongs and bras. And there's tons of them. We went to 2 of them. It's absolutely crazy, and they're really nice. A lot. I mean, it's just business
like nice
and business.
Locations or nice
locations, good food, and it's not really that expensive. One of the waitresses said, "Yeah, some guys come in here drop a couple $100s on a tip."
Yeah,
on a tip.
Oh no, that's just regular for places like Hooters, TK. And
it's crazy.
It's girls make an insurmountable amount of tips. Okay. We're going to get ourselves in trouble right now. But the more attractive women are those that can carry a personality, can carry the energy of a table, make bank. Now, did you hear what I said here?
Yeah.
I said either you're pretty or you have an incredible personality that just woos the table. I've had waitresses like that or waiters like that where it's just like, this dude is cool. This is the freshest water I've ever got. It's not the water. The way they delivered it, the presentation, how they expelled their personality and how they drew you in and sucked you into their vibrance, into your night. And they played a part of your event that you were partaking in that night. That's how you make it. That's how you make it.
What's the percentage though of girls that actually can pull off both attractiveness and personality? Generating the conversation, keeping it interesting.
Okay, let's say if there was 1,000 pretty girls or across America, that's how they got their tips. And then if they coop that with their personality, I'd say only about 200 with the personality to go along with that.
See, I agree. You're saying about almost 25%, right?
20. Yeah, I'd say 20%.
I agree because we see waiters there and they're just like, I don't want to be here. They kind of got,
No, you get those girls, and believe me, I'm speaking from anecdotal experience. I know someone, and I used to be at Hooters all the time because I just right there to go eat and like not to be perverted. Like it's really a family environment. But you get those girls that have that attitude that are doing real legit modeling. In order to provide for the very last essentials or to have extra income or to show their parents that they're working and going to school still, they work at Hooters because they're gonna have the looks to do that job. But because they have so much other stuff going on, they don't take their job seriously. And they're late, they're unappreciative, they call off a lot, they just don't show up. And the manager freaks out, what are we gonna do? Oh, you who started at 9, you have to work till 7 tonight. Or they do sets of like 4 or 5 hour sets. So there's 2 shifts, one in the morning and one at night. You get the first or the second. And so when you get those girls with a beautiful attitude, it gets into, well, what's your personality? What's your character and your morality going to be like? Is you going to be ethical in the workplace, or are you just going to, just say you have a job and then dip out, but you're ruining the value and the integrity of like these places because you have a shitty attitude. So that's my rant about this.
I see you're not a customer anymore.
Oh no, I very much am. Very much am.
Yeah, are you? Yeah, I don't know. I really don't get excited about these places a lot, but what I do get excited is when my mind starts just getting loose. So I'm like, if I brought that idea to California, this would be amazing because I would change it. I would have like more interactions. You're also paying for the interactions. Like we'd have like beer pong if it's legal to play beer pong in California. I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is. Okay, well, it's illegal in Texas. The alcohol committee would not allow that. That's what they said. So I was like, you have a permanent girl at this station. Guys come up, pay for like $5 a game. If they ended up winning, then they get a half off a drink or something like that. So you see it. I have more interaction. Different. See, I'm already giving my ideas away, but I have a few more ideas bringing this to California.
Yeah.
If I can get the right investment group, because I'm not a restaurateur. I don't want to be in the restaurant industry.
Oh,
but
it's a horrible industry to be in.
Yeah,
and not like it's horrible if you're like you own a restaurant. It's a horrible industry to be in. It's very rewarding. I mean, it can be. But speaking to a couple of people who've had restaurants, are like, never again. The work for the pay, the work for the amount of it doesn't bring its worth as compared to another business you might own. But that is a good idea. And one thing I've always admired about you is your marketing ideas. Like, I just wish I could put you in every different field and just see what the hell happens. Like, we're going to put you on Nick Jr. Okay, cool. What's going to happen at the 8 o'clock when Nick Jr. pops up or Nick at night? Like, I just want to see what the hell what ads are going to pop up, how the shows are going to be ran. I just want to see you as a creative director, because you and I, although very similar, we have totally different creative outlets.
We do. So your flower shop, if you could just do the Ryan's Roses special, this would be amazing. This would be absolutely amazing. Just the Ryan Roses special. And if you don't know what Ryan's Roses is, it's a show on Mondays and Thursdays with Ryan Seacrest, 102.7 Kiss FM. Kiss FM.
That's great. That's a great pot.
Yeah, and then there's like, what's her name? Susie or Tiffany, something like that. Anyway, so a woman who would call up. It could be a male too, but more than less. It's a woman that will call up. She's suspecting her husband of cheating on her, some type of infidelity. They will send an email to the 102.7 staff. They'll call the woman and say, do you want to do this? Let's set them up and see who he sends free roses to. So Patty, that's her name. Patty will call up the male and we'll say, hey, we're offering a free, or actually, do you know where our business is located? Yeah, right off of 5th and Orange, right near the Chase Shopping Center or something like that. And that's how you get somebody. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Okay, cool. Yeah. So they already agree to say yes. It's a sales tactic.
I love it.
You get them to keep saying yes, they'll say yes. Same thing when you're picking up women.
Yeah.
If you keep getting them to say yes, like, just simple yeses, they're already able to agree. They're agreeing.
The art of manipulation is getting people to say a couple yeses before they have the
big
hard
answer.
No.
Do you want to
yes.
buy? It's like almost like that. So it's like,
ooh.
I don't want to say, I'm trying to think in terms of, it's all situational with the women, but it's almost like, do you want to buy a drink or do you want a drink? Yes. Do you like this? Do you like living in San Diego? Yes. Do you like, something like that?
I don't mean to go off topic. We'll jump back on it in a minute.
You just yawn on the podcast? 7:30 in the morning. It's too early for you.
No, I'm normally another bird, but I just yawned in the mic.
You just yawn in the mic. But anyway.
So let's say it's like, is your birthday in April? Yeah. It's like, even if like those simple questions, the fact that they're saying yes is like,
yeah.
Okay. And you just pulled a blonde hair out your mouth.
It's brunette.
Like, what do you?
It's not out of my mouth.
You just pulled it out your mouth. Look at that.
It's in my beard.
But okay, continue with your.
God, it's annoying. It's absolutely annoying. Anyway, you have to get over that. That's annoying, man. I hate little hairs, these long hairs.
You don't want your girl to see the blonde hairs on your jacket.
It's a brunette hair, and if it was blonde, you wouldn't see it, right?
Okay. So continue, please.
What was I saying? Anyway, so they'll set up the husband boyfriend, try to get him to say that he's sending roses to another lady. They'll ask for the name and then what's going on the card, and then boom, Ryan comes in, and then the wife, the spouse, the girlfriend comes in, and they try to set him up and stuff. But I don't know if it's a really true show, if it's like legit. Some people, like Carson Daly, I think thinks it's fake. He's on their competitor channel, so I mean, there's something there, but I don't know if it's real. Because I mean, they've been doing this for years, and how do you not know?
Well, see, yeah, that's what I was gonna say is, well, if you're doing it for years, but how many people know who Big Sean is?
I don't think my mom does, but my dad does.
but see, like, if Big Sean called and started talking to your mom, hey, how's it going? I'm Big Sean. I'm a national, worldwide famous rapper. Okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people don't listen to Ryan Seacrest in the morning. They probably pick a demographic, like they'll probably call it out in Kansas or something.
No. It's all in Southern California.
Oh, is it?
What I've heard, it's like, it's Riverside.
But okay, also
Rancho.
think about this. Think about how many people they probably call. You know, that we only hear the success story. It's like The Secret, the bullshit of The Secret. Mm-hmm. When Oprah was talking about The Secret, Oprah's already 50 years old when she's talking about her success. I believed in my dreams. You're 50. You're 50 years old. You better have your dreams like going on, like, for whatever it is. Like, you're not 19 years old and you manifested with pure thought.
The KFC guy.
Oh yeah, the KFC guy. Yeah, I watched a documentary about it.
He was like in the 60s or something?
He was like in his 68.
Yeah.
And then that's when he was gonna like commit suicide, but then he got a fried chicken recipe, and then he like, he did his thing. But exactly, don't talk to me about The Secret. I hate The Secret. The secret is stop acting like your positive thoughts are gonna get you a Lamborghini. You know how many damn people don't have a Lamborghini even though they have the amazing power of thought behind them? No. Be consistent, come up with a game plan, make weekly goals. How about that?
Yeah, so be here at 6:30 when the podcast is supposed to start. But the McDonald's guy, Ray Kroc, same thing. I think he hit, success when he was older too. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
It comes at weird times, and I don't know if it's like a destiny type thing, just some things you can't avoid, like John Connor from Terminator. No matter how hard he ran, he couldn't avoid his destiny. And maybe some people are like that. They're trying to avoid what they're meant on this earth to do. Some people, like I'm learning, some people get to do whatever they want and don't get thrown into jail. Like, they never get in trouble. Like, there's always that person in school, you'd be like, how come this fucker can say this and this, but if I was to say it to this girl the same way, I'd get beat up. So she'd want me to get jailed. He says it, he gets away, and everybody laughs. And I'm like, it's just the way the universe works. You can't make sense of every little thing.
Yeah.
Like, just some people have it, some people don't. Some people have a different route. God's like, you're just not ready, or nah, you're too stupid for that shit. So, I don't know.
I see your point.
I'm sorry. I'm going off.
No, we're always going off subject. I'll talk about my Hawaii trip. That was pretty cool.
Oh no! What I wanted to talk about is, do you know who Logan Paul is?
Who's Logan Paul? Oh, that guy, the YouTuber.
The YouTuber. So
yeah.
It's really been in my mind and in my heart because it's something that I struggle with at a point. So depression. Let's really have
his suicide.
It's depression
video?
and suicide.
Well, you got to brief us because I never watched the videos. I just kind of heard about the controversy.
I've never watched them as well, but I've read about the content. And so basically, essentially, Logan Paul is a very famous YouTuber. I mean, if you have to bring up the top 50 YouTuber channels, he might be in there, or at least top 100. So Logan Paul, white boy, he's very funny, very electric, brings good vibes, good energy, and just loud. And so he does a podcast where he's in Japan walking a forest that's known for having a lot of suicides. People hang themselves in this forest. It's like, I think it's one of those.
He does a video blog.
Yeah, he does a video blog of him walking through it. And I guess he runs into someone who hung themselves. And during this interaction, he's laughing. He's like, I don't know if he's saying obscenities. I didn't watch it, so I don't want to bash him. But he's laughing. He's laughing hysterically, pointing the camera at the guy. Look at him, he's hangman. Like making jokes, as far as I know. And it's if you're someone that just has a pure heart for humanity, it's very disturbing. I can only imagine. Like I've seen pictures or like little clips of news anchors showing, and then they show him laughing, and they show the body blurted out, and it's really like, oh my God, like what is really going on here? It's gruesome. It takes you back. And so, of course, as the internet would have it, as soon as he pressed publish on YouTube and it uploaded from 0 to 100% and it was up there, he was bashed that day.
He ended up taking it down.
He took it down, issued he did a first apology. And his first apology, I guess,
it wasn't sincere.
Yeah, it wasn't sincere. It was just like, I get a lot of views on my YouTube and like, I don't know why people are tripping type ordeal. I don't know what he said. I can't just botch the story for the sake of, us having a good content. But it was a shitty apology from what I've read. Then he issues a second apology, one that's actually, goes in accordance with what people want to hear. People don't want to accept it. So I think it was like 2-3 months ago from this point, and he releases a video which I actually watched, and it was a video of depression and self-awareness for it. And he first gets the story about how many people commit suicide and just does his research in a coming back fashion. And when the end of the video was there, I had to really make a hard choice about forgiveness, about, he didn't cross me in any personal way, but for someone who had struggled with it, and I don't want to be that, for the people who struggle with it, you just don't understand that it really hurts their feelings. I don't want to be that person, because, and I'll go into why I don't think people need to give a shit about my feelings anymore. And you, as a listener, as a podcaster sitting across from me, you shouldn't care about how people are going to react to your feelings. You're actually selfish if you do that. But I don't want to be that person that's, I struggled with it for so long. It put me in a bad spot and I just wanted to take action. No. It gets to the point where you have to obviously be responsible. And yes, when you're in a weak spot, on my third book, I wrote about depression and how to, get out of it. What are some of the things that helped me? And what some of those things were, everybody who has depression, what they try to do is go for the big win. They try to make a drastic change in order to make that happiness come alive. That is never the answer, and that is never going to work. I started succeeding at beating suicidal thoughts and tendencies and depression when I focused on one win a day. One super small win.
Where'd you get that idea from?
I think I noticed I was doing it in the sense of I had lost all ambition. I would not write, I write books. I would not write. I would not do this. I would just come home after work and I would get off work, from the businesses when they weren't doing too well, really early, and just stay in bed for 7 hours until it's bedtime. And I knew, okay.
You stay in bed for 7 hours, then go to sleep?
Yeah. Like I get home at 3, stay in bed till 10, and then just go to sleep. No ambition, just wasted away.
Oh, and you didn't eat too, right?
Yeah, wasn't really eating, just bad. And so, okay, that's absolute rock bottom. And it gets to the point where it's like, okay, what's a small win today? Some people are going to try to go, I'm going to go to the library for 7 hours and study and work on my dreams. All once you've hit rock bottom, guess what? You're not going to sit your ass there for 7 hours and study. It might work, but it never lasts. It might work for a week, but it never lasts. You can't build a habit out of that. Your body is already in a way, and it doesn't want to step out of it. You got to trick your body. You got to trick your mind. You got to trick your soul. You have to do, okay, what's something small I could do? Well, it'd be nice if I got up and showered at 7. Okay, 7, 8, get a shower. Oh, okay, that shower kind of sparked me up. Let me go eat something. Okay, cool. Back into bed. You do those little things and you create a pattern to where your body doesn't notice the subtle change. It always reminds me of I say it as a joke, what gay people did. First they didn't have no rights apparently, and all of a sudden they pushed. Then they took a step back. Okay, we're sorry for going too far.
Yeah.
And then they pushed two more steps. Took a step back. Oh yeah, we're. And then now they're like, hey, he didn't want to sell me a cake because he's Christian. Screw him. And so, another thing is you need to gym. If you have a gym membership, you need to go. The amount of benefits, and it's not like you're gonna feel stronger or you're gonna look sexier. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the chemicals that are released within you, serotonin and dopamine. The addictive drugs and the happy drug at the same time are working together, and you'll feel tremendous. The third thing is community. Community is a very big thing. Where are your friends? Where's your family? If you're alone, go move in with your mom. It's not embarrassing. Believe me, it's not. Go move in with people that love you. And you don't have to tell them what's going on. Just
what
say,
if they don't love you? Because you can have community, but is it...
Well, that's the hard part.
Is it the positive kind or is it negative?
And that's the very hard part. I love to write a chapter in one of my next upcoming books about the 5 pillars of, yourself. And that's going to be what we talked about in an earlier podcast about the 4 things you should do every day is something financial, something spiritual, something physical, and then something that's like educational that's going to push your success. And so you do those 4 things. Well, what happens when one of those pillars breaks and you have a roof of life on your head? Well, okay, the roof gets a little shaky, but you got 3. Never get below more than 3. You get to 2, how's the roof going to balance? You get to 1, the roof collapses. And so all you have left is a foundation. What was that foundation you built your life on? Was it community? Was it friendship? Was it family? People that help support you? Mm-hmm. And so you only have a couple people that you're going to have for that. The person that you see and go have lunch with once a week, that's not your real friend. Unless if they're at your if they're at your job and like you go out with Glenn because he had a time off with you too. I mean, that's not your real friend. That's not your community. Your community are the people that you're going to your community are going to be the people that tell you what's right from wrong. The community are going to be the people that help you survive past this situation, not one of time. The community is going to be the amount of people that volunteer to pick you up from the airport if they have, a valid California driver's license and
no bombs in the car either, right?
But so I wanted to talk about, and we're all over the place today. I love it, but I wanted to talk about why I don't think America can ever be racist free, be anything free. And so lately I've been learning that, how do I want to put this? We've evolved so fast in such a short amount of time. Our bodies and our minds and the synapses and how we're hardwired will not catch up for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Technology evolves 100,000 times faster than we do, our bodies. Think of evolution. If you can't get into that tree, what does a bird do? It develops a beak to get into that tree over the course of tens of thousands of years, right? So 10,000 years ago, only one little part. The way that they explain our evolution and what's going on right now is, imagine a 100-yard football field. We made such advancements in a half a yard. And it takes 50 yards for us to start changing for that evolution. But we're in a half a yard full of technology and connectedness, and we can see everything at a moment's whim, and technology has really done some shit to us. So I guess what it gets to is, we grew up in tribes of 60 to 100 people, and I've always talked about that. That's what that book, Tribal by, I'll get the book again, the next podcast. But we're not hardwired to want to understand what the next group of 100 people is thinking or how they're reacting. We have a group of 100 people that we're going to basically feel for and love, and we love that train of thought. We love those ideas. Everything that we do is for our survival. Now, guess what? There's 350 million people I got to look out for now, which has never happened in the whole entire, scheme of life. All you ever had to worry about was the ideas, the theories, the emotions, and the feelings of 60 to 100 people. Now, society is asking us to care for millions of people all at the same time at a moment's whim. You have to go on strike for this and go on a women's march for that and go on. And not to say it's wrong. It's not wrong. It's just saying we're not used to having to care for so many people at once. I'm not used to having to hold my language and I can't say, faggot anymore because it's too offensive. But when we say faggot, we don't mean, gay. It's like an expression of whack, We've changed the words. If the N-word could be changed with black people to be an endearing term, what's up, It
has.
So why are all these other words so offensive, or the meaning has changed to a lot of things? And so I'm having to care and be, and I could get thrown in jail if I use the wrong, transgender pronoun, which is
can you?
Yeah.
Where is this at?
In New York, there's a law stating if you call someone out of their pronoun and they're offended, they have the legal right to sue you. And people have gotten thrown in jail for not using zer or z or whatever transgender pronoun they want you to use now. A lot of things are changing because we make sounds out of our mouth, basically.
In Texas, I did hear that. I overheard a conversation where I think there was a bar or something that had those population in them, and they were saying some stuff.
Yeah.
So.
And it just gets to the point where I just wanted to make it very clear that, I'm very sympathetic and I'm a very loving and caring and nurturing person. No one can take that away from me. Even if I say some dumb shit on this podcast and you get pissed. You know how I am. You know how much at the end of every phone call, what do I say? I say, I love you, man, because I do love you. And there's 5 different types of love in the Greek language. A love that's a friendship, and I'll have your back and try to do whatever is best for us as a team. And whatever it may be. No one can take that away from me, but I think thinking this week about like, God, like I really got to watch what I say. I'm not doing that anymore. Like, yes, there is a difference between being respectful and, you're respectful to different types of people. You're different when around your grandma than you are around your girl and then you're around your mom or whatever it may be. You have different levels of respect, and not different levels, different types of. And the way that you carry yourself and the way that you act a fool versus, professional and put together. You can't worry about everybody. And I'm not trying to come up with an excuse that, oh, yeah, we're not used to being in tribes of 350 million. We're not. We're not. Think of a president. Who is the most respected president ever in the history of our country?
Reagan?
Reagan? No, he's not.
No?
No. JFK.
Okay, JFK.
Let's just say JFK.
You can even go, if you want to go that far, go Abraham Lincoln, right?
We could say Obama. Or, he was a great man. As much as I didn't like some of things that Obama did, he carried himself with a character I've never seen before.
That is true.
And so think about that character. How many people liked Obama? 51%. How many people like Trump? 51%, because there's still a lot of white people out there.
I bet they're liking him more now because the tax rate is effective, I think, last week. So if you just got your paycheck, there's some extra money in there.
Yeah.
Without changing your W-4, withholdings and stuff like that, your numbers. Yeah, he's putting money in the pockets.
Yeah, hopefully the small business owners, get a bump too. So we'll see when tax season comes up.
Is the business tax rate lower? It is for the corps.
That's what I don't know. I would think that they would make subsidies for small businesses because obviously, like probably 30% of America's job market is small businesses and how the owners employ, the local community. But it's just impossible. And so when you find someone who's had these experiences with different races that aren't matching up to how you feel about that race, you really got to think about their experience, what they've gone through, and it's almost impossible for them to care. So I would like to touch upon that upon the next podcast. I'd really want to delve into my thoughts and make sure that I'm accurate in what I would like myself to represent, in my image, because I feel like when it comes to these topics, we kind of just shoot off at the mouth. And I feel like with a lot of topics, if you're going to have a conversation about it, you really should have a conversation in your own head and say, hey, this is what I really feel. Or no, I don't really feel that way. What's really the root cause of my values that make me think this way? And I just want to have an honest conversation about, just how hard it is to go into other people's lives and care for them in the sense of like, when I hear Black Lives Matter, I'm like, oh, that's great. I don't have no time to pay attention to it. What do you want me to do? I work 12 hours a day. And then when I get home, what am I supposed to do? Post a blog or post a post about it? I have black friends and I love them. That's my Black Lives Matter movement right there. And so it's not to take away or demean. I'm just saying.
I just got that new Drake song in my head. Oh, I love Black Lives Matter.
And so, all right, cool. Y'all go do what you got to do. But I don't see any other group in the history of America supporting me. And it's not because they don't want to, they don't care. It's they don't have time to. They don't have time to think about me. And so, it's time to have, I would like to have an honest conversation about that and amongst other things as well. So, welcome to the Saying It Differently podcast. We're always saying things differently. If you agree, leave some good comments. If you hate us, then debate us. I don't know. But any closing statements?
No. Yeah. If you want to hear somebody else, you want to give us some ideas to talk about, saying it differently at gmail.com.
Or if you have a couple guests that you think would be a good fit, let it be interesting. Don't just think because you have a political opinion that we'll tear you down, clown. So, we're out.